this whole fallacy, this thing that Africans don't like us. I was received and treated like I was like a head of state or something, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, a kid from the hood. You know what I'm saying? But they treated me like I was like you know what I mean, like I was a prince coming home or something like that. It's
So, so you mean to tell me when you went that you were actually accepted?
beyond accepted, man. You know what I'm saying? There was
So,
celebrations and masks came out, and I mean, like they showed me things that it's one thing going over as an African American, you know what I'm saying, but like when you go over as a DNA taker, like even if you just go over and say I am you, some of the you have studied the language and
you
you
go
really
over there, you go over there claiming a tribe,
is
basically.
them. Yes,
Go over there claiming a tribe, and you
you
go
know them.
that you're, and you go showing that you're interested in learning the language and tasting the food and learning the dances and the songs and actually trying to participate and be part of the culture.
Absolutely,
If you actually show that, you
absolutely.
receive love. Is that what you're telling everyone?
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. And shout out to our brother Fode. You know what I mean? Because this is the brother
Yeah.
who like gave me a call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that's our Timney brother. He's actually Timney. He did a test and he found out that he was from another tribe who we actually warring tribes. You know what I'm saying? We probably the reasons why we are over here, but
It's kind of like the Crips and Bloods, you know.
right of the Yoruba and the Igbo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got it.
So,
And
the brother calls me up and expresses his love for the country and how, he went back and how they treated him. And, you know what I'm saying? And, in my mind, I wanted that story. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go back. And anyway, to make a long story short, you know what I mean? Once you apply yourself, once you make the attempt to assimilate yourself with your people and you're living with them. I don't go to the hotels. I go straight to the homes of my people and I sleep with them and we eat and I travel with whatever they're going through. I'm going through that same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I can relate to what they're going. You know what I mean? I felt their pain. You know what I mean? So it's a different feeling. You know what I mean? Than waking up in a hotel room.
I want to touch on something. I like that you gave our brother Fode a shout out. He's one of the first, like I said, African tribalists. Me and you, we coined this term, but it's really been people that's actually been doing African tribalist shit from day one, and Fode is one of them. And I remember when I first met you, you kind of laid the blueprint out for me and told me how to get in contact with what we call natives, people that's already living on the continent, our tribal members. And I know you told me that Fode told you the same thing. Now, how long did you talk to your tribal members via internet, via Facebook before you actually got home? Because I want you to explain to everyone that's planning on doing the same thing or even planning on becoming an African tribalist, start building relationships with our people on the continent now. So when you get home, you don't have to spend money on a hotel room and all of that type of stuff. And I already, in Cameroon and Nigeria, I already got friends that I talk to at least once a week. So I want you to explain that and Brother Fode, how you guys go about operating with your natives.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, man. The natives, man, like they got a saying in Islam: you take one step towards Allah, and He'll takes two towards you. You know what I'm saying? And as a people, once you take a step towards them, they take two towards you. So they start calling you, man. They call you more than your family calls you, man. You know what I mean? Every day, every other day, two times a week, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking to them for about 2 years before I actually went over.
Isn't that how you got your last name, Song Guy? You didn't just come up with a last name; they gave it to
No,
you.
No, no, they actually, I actually belong to the Songa family. I was, that's who gave me my name ceremony. That's who took me in. That's whose house I slept in. That's whose family I belong to. So, you know what I mean? It's just like I said, it's a wonderful thing. Like just this internet has changed the game because we were isolated, and now we can jump on the internet and tap and talk to our brothers across seas, and it's just so easy to at least start establishing these relationships. Now it's not going to be easy once you meet face to face. There's still things, but we hit the road. We hit the ground running. As soon as I landed, these brothers already knew me, like they knew what I was about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it was just like we already were acquainted. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we didn't know each other, but personally, like on a, growing up or being around each other, but we had a pretty good rapport to where, things were like, they knew what I was there for.
That's dope. That's dope. Man, and I just want everybody to know that you don't have to actually be a DNA test taker to be an African tribalist, and that's why I want to touch on.
Absolutely.
I know you done said some things in the past. Whenever we talk about the term, who can be an
Keep
African
speaking.
tribalist?
Let's say keep speaking. But that's definitely
Okay.
something that we want to keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so for anybody out there that's interested in joining, I just want to let it be known if you have not taken a DNA test yet and you still interested in the future, it's on your mind, it's on your plan to find out what tribe you come from in Africa, you can still participate and be part of the whole programming that we got going and that we're going to be having going on in the future. You don't necessarily have to just do the thing that we doing. You can form your own groups, do your own things with your own friends, people that's local to you. But I just advise for everyone to kind of focus on trying to find out their true heritage, what tribe they come from in Africa. And I want my brother to. He spoke a lot on it before in the past. Whenever we talk about the term, so I want to ask you a question: who can be an African tribalist?
I mean, if you're an African, you know what I'm saying? You're naturally an African. And it doesn't matter necessarily the tribe because, our people, we migrated, we roamed, you know what I'm saying? Some of our people, you know what I mean? We never stayed in the same area. We may have stayed in the general area, but we migrated amongst different peoples, and we became different peoples and adopted different languages. In that, you change as a people. Your DNA changes, your customs change, your culture changes. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Through war and slavery, I'm talking about amongst Africans. No outside. So during war and slavery and intermarrying and intermixing and migrations, people mixed and adopted new tribal affiliations all the time. You know what I'm saying? So as I was saying, you don't necessarily have to take a DNA test. This is just something that, I was, kind of called to do for myself. You know what I mean? This is something that I wanted, you know what I mean? Just wanted to know, you know what I mean? So I did a DNA test, but for those who aren't, necessarily with it, or it's not something that they want to do, you choose an African tribe. Like I said, you start talking, trying to speak the language, study the language, study the customs, study the culture, and when you go there, you claim them and you take that seriously. A lot of African Americans, we want to go to Africa and we want to feel welcome, and we want this king and this prince like homecoming, you know what I mean? And we want them to play to our emotions and play to what we want. But what do they want? You know what I'm saying? What do they take serious? So we can't go over there and claim to be Mandinkas and we go to Mali or Gambia, you know what I'm saying? And then the next year, you know, we go down to go over to Guinea-Bissau, you know, and now we're amongst the Balanta, and we're saying that we're Balanta, and we're doing so, you know, we have to take something seriously. You can go other places, meet other people, sleep, and you know what I mean, and be
We
amongst.
can't. Not to cut you off, it just reminded me of something. Me being from Los Angeles, can't be hood hopping. You know, every time you get to a different neighborhood.